All right, welcome to another edition of Boxing I Got It. All right, so gotta do this video, on the heavyweight division. Heavyweight division hot right now, hot. It's fight week, but I know I should be talking about Porter Spence right now, but you know what? I gotta shed some light on this heavyweight division because it is hot right now. So Eddie Hearns comes out again, basically talking shit that he ain't supposed to be talking. So basically, reports go on to say that Eddie Hearns states that this could be Joshua's last fight, that he could be retiring, win or lose this next fight. So he doesn't really go into details on what was said, if he had a conversation with Joshua or anything like that. He just goes on to say that, that this might be his last fight. He has said this in two different occasions, in two different interviews. So I don't know. There's a couple of ways you could see this. One way is that it's true that Joshua, told him that he might be retiring. If this is the case, Eddie Hearns is a fucking dumbass. Because if I was him, I would not be telling this to the public. This is not something you want to share with the public. Especially if your man's already thinking about retirement, then he should just retire. Because like any boxer will tell you, or any athlete will tell you, that the moment you start thinking about retirement, it's time to retire. So, there's that scenario. Another scenario would be he's trying to use pity. Now, what do you mean by that? Let me give you an example. Daddy Yankee, a couple years ago, before he blew up, he had that CD with the Gasolina. It wasn't doing so well. Nothing was selling. It was horrible. He was getting, his shit stolen on the internet. Pirates and all that shit. So, he basically went on the forum. He went on a whole bunch of TV shows, I remember. He went on No Te Duermas and, just a lot of different Puerto Rican shows, and basically said that he was retired, that he was done with music, that he was done with people stealing his music, this and that, this and the third. As soon as he does those interviews, he blows up big. I mean, the Gasolina just goes off. Obviously, as you guys can see, he didn't retire. So a lot of people looked at that as a strategy, like he did that to get the pity out of the people, and that's kind of what I see Eddie Hearns doing here, basically playing with the UK fans, basically telling the UK fans, hey, this might be the last time you'll be able to get to see your idol Joshua, come see him, come see, support his last fight, kind of making that situation to make the fight bigger, even more bigger and more supportive. So I can see how he could maybe done it that way. There's, like I said, a lot of different scenarios. Only they know what's going on. So let's leave it at that. My opinion on this whole thing, if Joshua basically does retire, he's gonna look like a bitch to me in my eyes. Like he a bitch, he a quitting bitch. So, but it's just my opinion. What do I know? Next on the basically on the heavyweight division, we got Tyson Fury. His numbers came out with his last fight. Basically sold 3,600 tickets. Basically gave out 3,900, and there was basically an attendance of 8,300. So those are horrible numbers, basically, for a heavyweight fight, especially in Vegas, especially when they're claiming to be the #1 heavyweight, especially when they're saying that they're the king in Vegas, and all the shit that he be talking. So these are horrible numbers. Personally, if I was Wilder and the contract wasn't already signed, I would not give you no rematch with those type of numbers. I would tell you need to buy some better competition and get those numbers boosted up. 'Cause I ain't fucking with you. But contract's already signed. Mistakes were made. Let's move forward from this. But personally, Tyson Fury, you need to shut the fuck up, because all that shit you were talking, it's not gonna help you. Another report that came out that I saw, one of the boys from the LDBC, shout out to Fanon. I'm a big fan. Love his videos. He's very knowledgeable, especially on the legal side of everything. But he also made a video talking about this situation, and then my man Blue Blood came out with a video. He did a great interview with Wilder, and he also did a video basically I think this morning saying that Tyson Fury got his stitches removed after 10 days. Personally, that's not a good idea. I don't think those are good things to do. I think you should let that heal properly. They're really, I think Bob and ESPN is really pressuring him to, keep that date of February. He's basically saying that he just wants to get back to training, that he wants to be in better shape for this second fight. I don't know. I think they dropped the ball on this one. I feel that whoever told him to do that, I think they dropped the ball. I think that is not good advice to give someone, especially with just 10 days out. All right, sorry about that, guys. So to wrap it up, like I said, it's 50 stitches. So if he feels it's good, it's up to him. But like I said, I think it's a bad move. Going with Wilder, he's a big puncher. He's gonna reopen that shit. So we'll see how it goes. And then last thing on the heavyweight division, Wilder goes to Fox. So it has been reported that the Wilder Ortiz fight will be pay-per-view Fox. It will not be with Showtime. Showtime has came out to say basically that the reason is that it doesn't make sense business-wise, that it doesn't benefit them. So when I hear something like that is being said, basically what I'm getting is that probably Wilder got a better offer from Fox. Went with them, asked them if they wanted a match, and they didn't do it. Last time around that happened with ESPN and DAZN, and I think DAZN made $100 million offer to Wilder to come fight over there, and basically I think Wilder brought it to Showtime, and I think Showtime matched it, and Wilder stayed with Showtime. So personally, I think this is a great move for Wilder. I think it benefits him at the greatest, especially because when the fight's basically Thanksgiving weekend. We all know that's a big football weekend. We all know Fox is big on football. So you're going to be getting those commercials advertising the fight. A lot of advertising. He said that the fight is going to be announced at the Spence pay-per-view. So that's, more exposure. So I think overall it's going to be great for him going to Fox. I think all these PBC fighters going to Fox is going to be a great move for them because they get way more exposure. And, it's just great overall for them. So, those are basically... Alright, so that's all I got for you guys. Like I said, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, share, comment, leave me your thoughts. Get back at you later on. Peace.
Oh, my bad.